Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome to another video. So, this is gonna be my first reaction channel, not reaction channel, reaction video. Tripping. That's live. My bad, not reaction video. That's live. So this is my first time going live. I ain't never went live before. So we're gonna be getting in a little bit of practice, and we're gonna be reacting to Mr. Anton Daniels. Now, Anton probably don't know this, but me and him, we met on Clubhouse, and we would have these big rooms just full of people, and we would be actually in the rooms talking, and everybody would be against us, and we would be getting on everybody's ass. So I don't know if you know that or remember me, but that was a couple of years ago, back when I used to live in Miami. So we're gonna be reacting to this whole Hafiz debacle, this craziness that's been going on, what everybody talking about. I already reacted to his first one on my own, so I ain't watched the full part two all the way through. So for practice, we're gonna see what he talking about. If he got some wisdom I can pick up, or if I can give y'all some wisdom, give y'all some game. So check it out. Let's get it. Let's see if I know what I'm doing first. I don't want to mess this up. Okay, there we go.
Let me vet effectively. And third, let me change your mindset because I'm not sure if you're going into this thing. Let me see what we talking about. Let me see. PayPal's, I appreciate y'all. Again, doing the live stream with the pepper soup and all that stuff. I understand how it worked. Kevin Samuels talked a lot to me about those things that he was doing. We wasn't this far because I didn't remember him saying Kevin Samuels. Let me back up a little bit.
Red pill women, so I'll show them Jordan Peterson about the pay gap, or I'll show them so it's kind of like this. You kind of see them go through their journey firsthand.
But my thing is that, and this is my criticism of doing it for 7 years, and maybe you're just sorry.
7 years.
So this is my criticism of me doing this for 7 years, and also me in helping men since 2012.
But maybe I'm tripping. I don't think anybody picked that up. But I think he was saying that in a sense of I've done this for 7 years, you know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm talking about when it comes down to the game of talking about these certain topics. I don't know if anybody picked that up, but that is slight, like a diss, kind of rude. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all let me know.
When I got my first YouTube video, I'm obsessed with solutions and the best solutions.
Right.
If we truly believe doing YouTube videos, showing people what's wrong in today's world is going to change the minds of the masses, you and I both know that is not the case. You and I both.
Let me tell you why Hafiz is wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong right away. Just in this talking point alone. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat, and this is why this guy has no idea what he's talking about. How do you think that you've been conditioned to believe, operate, and act the way that you've acted today? Why do you think that music is so influential? Why do you think that the people that you follow and the books that you read and the content that you consume and what is coming up on your algorithm is so important today? They're literally reprogramming your mind, which is one of the reasons why you have to be careful who you listen to. It is the most powerful thing that you have. It's not the money. It's not the spaces. It's not none of that. Listen, at the end of the day, the content creation space is cool. It's another tool for me to be able to give y'all all of the content much easier with greater shows, so on and so forth. All I need is a laptop and a camera, and I will cook up all day long. As a matter of fact, I don't even need a laptop. All I need is a mobile device, a phone, to be able to record a video and upload it, or live stream or whatever. I can cook up on any device. But let's be clear. The whole reprogramming of your mind when it comes to the content that's put on your TVs, to the TV shows, to what they highlight on social media, and so on and so forth, is the foremost tool that they're using in order to reprogram your mind to accept whether or not you rock with the alphabet community, whether or not you are going to be liberal, whether you're going to be conservative, whether you're going to be a Republican, whether you're going to be a Democrat, if you vote for Andrew Yang or Joe Biden or Trump or whoever it is. The only reason we even know who Candace Owens is through social media. It's the only reason. Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, Anton Daniels. How did you find me? A lot of you people have gotten coaching sessions from me. A lot of y'all are bag chasers. The way in which you've been able to level up or get more information quicker and then compare it against your life lessons in a way in which you live your life, it is the most important and deadly tool. Or you have the power to take life, to give life, to destroy somebody's reputation, so on and so forth. Hafiz, with his mouth on these platforms, is literally torpedoing his own career. And you're sitting here telling me that this is not the most, if not the most powerful tool that we have in order to determine whether or not you should go left or you should go right?
Yeah, he tripped.
We just had a conversation on Lapeef Let's Talk last week about whether or not social media was affecting relationships.
Yeah.
So you can't have one without the other.
That's a lot to unpack. Just to make it condensed, what I got from what he was saying is pretty much like the internet is pretty much the main influence of the way people think and how they move and kind of react throughout the world today. Whatever you listening to, even the music that people listening to, right? Like when you go to the hood and certain stuff like that, and you hear the certain music they playing, Project Pat or 21 Savage and stuff like that. In the hood, what's happening? Shootings, killings, robbing, stealing, all these things, right? The internet, music has a lot of influence on how the world is going to move today. So that's pretty much condensing of what he's trying to say. The internet is a very powerful tool to influence the mind of the masses.
Can't say, hey, well, people are evolving based off of the concepts or the information that they're getting, or he having this war against the red pill community. Why is it such a war against the red pill community if it's not that effective?
Right.
Or is it effective and then you don't want to admit it? And see, these are the traits and the characteristics of a chameleon. Somebody that takes their talking points from everybody else, but not able to translate it into their own words.
Mm-hmm.
We call this social media, what is the word? What is plagiarism? We call this social media plagiarism. It's when somebody watches a Patrice O'Neal video, or when somebody watches a Kevin Samuels video, and then they take their exact same talking points, but they're not able to to break it down into their own words. And so what happens is he's going through a transformation. This is just from my observation. Hafiz is going through a transformation, and what that transformation is he's trying to find his way. But at the same time, he's trying to make money from it, right? He's trying to build his brand. And then at the same time, he's trying to make money from it. And so instead of him sitting back and learning until he gets to the point to where he becomes a Jedi Master, he decides that he wants to step out there and then say things in war with a community that he was not prepared to war against, right? Revenge of the Sith. As I watched the Star Wars series, and I rewatched it as I got older, I was trying to figure out who was really the enemy and who was really the heroes. Don't worry, we'll come back to that. Benjamin Fortson says, I'm having a rough morning. I got caught cheating over the weekend. Woo! For the live stream, definitely helps. Any advice on how I can better tap in and lead in my marriage?
It was the greatest time of my life. Like, I'm not even getting
big discipline. Hey, send me an email. We need to get you booked, fam. You need to get booked ASAP. ASAP, bro. Benjamin Fortson, you're going to have to get booked ASAP. Anton Daniels 413 at gmail.com. Anton Daniels 413 at gmail.com. I don't really want to talk about your situation online today because you're already having a rough day. You already having a rough morning, so there's no need me beating a dead horse. You need to tap in immediately, family, immediately. Because I need to know the context behind why you was in the situation in the first place. I'm not just going to give you no blanket statement. I need to understand your situation and your relationship and why you do what you do and where you came from in order to give you a better piece of advice as to how it is that you can do things more effectively. Tap in with me ASAP. Shout out to you, though, for being forthcoming. Let's continue.
But that's not the case. Mm-hmm. That is not the long-term solution to society. Mm-hmm. If you were to ask me what would change the world more, pearly things do.
Let me just say, Benji, I'm not sure that is a bad situation. Hear me out. You getting caught cheating. Let me pull up your super chat again. You getting caught cheating, Benjamin, is not a bad situation. It's probably a good situation. And the reason that is a good situation is now you can start to have real conversations based off of who you really are instead of what you're pretending to be. You can start to have real conversations based off of who you really are instead of what you're pretending to be. When you're talking about...
That's deep. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's deep. He's in some deep shit right
leadership, you have to first understand who you are and why you do what you do. Getting caught cheating is not the worst thing in the world for you, bro. Living a lie for the rest of your life is 200 times worse than getting caught up with a chick. Because now we can blow this whole thing up and uncover the truth. Now you can really start to mine through what it is that you need to do in order to be successful. Forget the relationship. That's not your biggest thing, big dog. Your biggest thing is that you need to understand who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, and why you feel the need to lie and then move on some egregious type stuff in the first place. This is probably the best thing that's going to happen in your life. But the problem with a lot of people is that they often are focused on their current circumstances and how they feel instead of looking at the possible results that come along with it. This is a freedom moment for you, and you don't even realize it yet. Make sure you just send me an email, antondaniels413@gmail.com. This is going to be a great thing for you. I think that this is probably the best thing for you. Why continue to live this lie? Because it takes energy. It takes so much out of you to do the thing. It's lie on top of lie, and it's all of this other type of stuff, bro. You can be free from the shackles in your mind now that this stuff is out of the box. Now you can really start to have them real conversations. Now you can start to move forward in your relationship.
Yeah, the truth will set you free. Like they say, your L's is not only your losses, but your L's are your lessons. You know, that's definitely something homie can learn from, for sure. That was deep what he said, though. Like, being pinned up and being this person, you know, that you not... Like, I've been there before, where you portraying this person around certain people to impress other people and stuff like that. And really, like, you imprisonating yourself. You imprisonating your mind. And, like, you almost, like, running in place in life. And you feel like there's more to yourself, but you can't do anything about it. A lot of those people, you'll notice that a lot of people that move in life like that are, like, when you ask them questions and you get deep behind, you know, whatever they're going through in life and stuff like that, like, get to know them, like, you realize a lot of people ain't happy. They have to, you know, portray this person that they ought to be to a certain audience, but they really a whole different person behind closed doors. And some people can be able to play between the two, but like, it's like, can you play in between the two freely? For example, like a Charleston White. Like, I believe Charleston White, like, he loves being smart. He loves being intelligent, loves to be a guy that's within the law and stuff like that. But at the same time, he loves being a goofball, and he know when to play one side and he know when to play the other. You understand what I'm saying? So it's being freely. And he even talks about that. Like, he'll talk about, like, how he used to, you know, just have this clean image and nobody would listen to him, nobody would rock with him. And then he just said, man, F it, I'm finna just be Charleston. I'm finna be CW. I'm finna be, I forgot who he called, Rat Williams. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he blew up. And I believe he blew up because there's this stigma behind him being himself that, you know, pushes out this great energy because it's him. It's just, it comes natural to him. And people gonna rock with that heavy. That's how you grow like a big fan base. That's how I see people grow big fan bases. So that's deep.
If that's what you decide that you want to do. Now you're empowered to be the man that you're supposed to be because you've been released. It's almost like, oh, I'm glad I got caught. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna fix you. I got you, bro. Let's continue, y'all.
doing a wife academy, a wife school where she's going through things that a wife needs to be successful, that she goes through herself, and then all of a sudden she finds an amazing husband, and now she's having an amazing family, and using that as an example, versus just going up to random girls asking her, do you believe in female privilege? What is most effective? And so to me, that's a part where I realized my expectations is not fair to put it on you, because it's your life, it's your purpose, whatever you feel like God's called you to do. But to me, after doing this for so many years, I'm like, yo, the win is the receipts, is the results. That's the win in today's society. The win in today's society is what? All the 40-year-old plus feminists, single, miserable, lonely.
Yeah.
And they're upset, and then their friends happily married, doing well. That's the win. Showing like, yo, you guys thought that 40 and with your cats is cool. Look at you now. That's the win, is the receipt. So to me, I
agree with him. The win is the receipts. He's absolutely positively right. The problem with Hafeez in this situation is that he's conflating talking points and arguments in order to try to.
Just real quick before you go into that, I just want to say that, you know, I'm glad he said he agreed with him, because I see like a lot of people just beating up on him just to beat up on him. And I don't like that. Like, it's not really honest talking points. Like, if people saying valid points, you know what I'm saying? Like, give them, you know, the benefit of the doubt. Don't always, like, if you don't like the character, you don't like the person, like, be unagreeable. If you see everybody being unagreeable, you know, you gonna be unagreeable too. I don't like when people do that. I like when people, you know, keep it real, keep it honest. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's giving a valid point, like they gave a valid point, they speaking facts, they, you know, stick within the truth. Like, that's always gonna reign over. You know what I mean? That's just me, but I'm glad Anton did that.
Substantiate what it is that he believes. The win is the receipts, but what is it that we're trying to solve for? And the problem with Hafeez is that this point is not necessarily wrong. It's that what he's leading people into is wrong. So just for example, to say that red pill is wrong, or you getting a better understanding as to who it is that you are and what it is that you're supposed to be when it comes to these relationships by understanding female nature and the dynamics of what goes on in family court and so on and so forth. The goal isn't just to blindly get married, right? Your receipts, I'll give you an example. The receipts, right? But how you did it. It's the same way I talk about marriage. I mean, the same way I talk about money. You can get rich, but how did you do it? Was you a scumbag? Was you a bad landlord? Did you rob some people out of their bag, or did you give somebody a bad deal because they didn't know how they did it?
Right.
And are you even happy living the life that you live? Because it's a lot of people that get rich and then they live in bad health because they can't truly enjoy their money because they always looking over their back. A drug dealer can get money, but that don't mean that he ain't waiting to get his door kicked in or he living in fear, right? So the receipts is not the money. He don't really know what the receipts are. See, to be married and to be happily married is two different things, right? We look at these statistics and we say, well, only half of people getting divorced. Well, the other question you have to ask yourself is, well, how many people are living in a sexless marriage? How many people don't even like the person that they're laying next to, but they did it because somebody told them they were supposed to do it instead of giving an understanding as to why you would want to be there in the first place? My goal is not to just get you married. My goal is to give you the insight and the information to make a better decision as to whether or not marriage is best for you. And if you decide to go down that path, then I will give you the recipe in order to be successfully married, not just get married. Yeah. The goal is not to just get married. The goal is to be successfully married if that's what you decide that you want to do, but more importantly, to be happy and enjoying yourself, and then making sure that you abundantly successful regardless of the state that you in, because often at times people are more attracted.
A big mechanism at Amazon is collecting the voice of your customer, earn trust of others.
When they're in a happy space and they're not becoming interdependent on somebody else for their happiness. And so he's right. The receipts matter. But at the same time, are you looking at the totals and what it's costing you in order to get that final amount? How much is it costing you on that receipt? And this is why you can't listen to everybody that has a talking point or just get married or has a YouTube channel, because they can't truly understand or break down or substantiate their argument by really giving you the details as to what it takes in order to get successfully married. One of the reasons why I really respected Kevin Samuels is because Kevin Samuels never pretended to be a marriage counselor. He said, listen, I can get you to the starting line. You may need therapy, This is what men are looking for. This is the nature of women. This is what happens once you get past a certain age, and this is how other women and other societies and other cultures are successfully getting to the starting line. Starting line meaning marriage. He said once you get there, you might have to go and rock out with somewhere else. You got to stay in your lane.
I just don't think we need more women just simply doing what the guys are doing. We already have the guys doing that. Why don't the women, such as yourself, who have the intelligence, who have the ability to encourage, equip, build up other women, why don't you guys do more of that? And I guarantee you,
that's what I'm trying to do.
Where's the Wife Academy at?
It's we want to launch it in like February, March.
Listen. If you are for real,
yeah, I'm like dead serious.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you are for real, and you are truly doing this, I want to see it in February. I'm gonna.
Who the fuck are you? Okay, I'm sorry. Lord, forgive me. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Like he was out of pocket for that. She not asking for your advice, or this ain't no culture call. This is an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think, from what I heard so far, I don't think Pearly know Hafiz like that. So, you know what I'm saying? He was out of pocket.
So I ain't gonna sit here and try to. Who is Hafiz to hold somebody accountable as though she asked for his help? You do realize that she the top dog in the room in this interview, right? You on her platform. When did Hafiz become this beta alpha hybrid? A liger? I'll be looking at this dude like
beta alpha.
Who you talking to? That remind me of when people used to say stuff to me, and they used to tell me what I ain't doing right. And I used to be like, but I got more money than you. What you talking about? Willis? I got more money than you.
And I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna get you.
Hafiz, the past 2 interviews, and I don't dissing nobody, but the past 2 interviews, I watched them. To me, he sound like the old nigga on the porch that want to school everybody. Just talking, telling everybody how they gotta do something, what they need to do in life, and they sitting on the porch, just hollering and yelling, trying to school everybody on something. But their heart is not in the right place to give value. Their heart is not in the right place to actually listen to a person's situation, or what they're, or what they're trying to bring to you or give to you. You understand what I'm saying? Like when him and Coach Greg Adams were going back and forth, it was almost like he wanted to get his point across and he wanted everybody to agree with him, but he didn't want to see the other side of what Coach Greg Adams was saying. That's the old stubborn nigga on the porch, we call it. You know what I'm saying?
Information. I'm gonna put it on my calendar. I'm gonna put February, the launch of Wife School. And because what's happening?
Wait. I gotta see Pearl's face on this one.
She's like, okay.
Oh, I kind of got this thing in my mind that I'm gonna be feasting on this video all week.
People told me they were going to do stuff, but they saw the views, they saw the money and the other stuff, because there's not going to be money in that initially. And that's going to take you a lot of time, energy, and effort.
Oh, I disagree. I am entertaining. You can't not.
Talk to him, Pearl.
I'll make that show so entertaining. I will make it so entertaining. And it's going to be good, because I am so good at networking.
Dog, she broke his heart. That's how you lead with positivity. You can break somebody's heart with positivity. He feeling some type of way. She said, "Oh, I disagree. I'm gonna be lit. It's gonna be great. We're gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna get people married." And he was feeling salty. He's feeling salty. You're not the expert in the room right now, big dog.
If you really believe that there's gonna be more views in Wife School,
the way I'll do it, yeah.
And that sound like some hating shit. If you really believe that there's gonna be more views and this and that on Wife School, that sound like some hating shit. If you really giving game, you would uplift her or add value to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me how you're gonna do it. Teach me.
It's gonna be funny.
Teach me.
Yeah. So basically, what I want to do is I want to bring. It's gonna be me.
Mhm.
It's gonna be my friend Jess.
Yes.
But I'm also gonna bring in like the craziest 304s ever.
You see,
you gotta make it funny. You gotta make it funny
No,
because
no,
I
yeah.
like this is what I feel like you
Yeah,
lose
you gotta put
because
them
you need to
hoes
make it
on there.
entertaining to reach.
He's
those
looking to
people.
disagree.
And that's, you might not.
He's
like
looking
that,
to
but it's
disagree
like,
You don't wanna
instead of
listen.
looking to
people you
understand
reach,
that the
the better
entertainment,
your
you got to put the
impact
medicine in
is.
the candy.
And so
I'm
and
sorry.
and you don't know if those girls you don't know if those girls could be saved. You have no idea.
But when them hoes be going crazy on Fresh and Fit Live, man, like I'll be working and I'll be like, damn, I can't stop watching it because this shit funny. Like when the girls talking about they finna shoot it up, or the girls slap Myron and stuff, like that stuff be entertaining. Like back when I used to watch the MTV and the Love and Hip Hop, like I didn't care nothing about, the love stories and stuff like that. I wanted to see some hoes fight. You know what I'm saying? That stuff was entertaining. That's everybody. Like you look at when people repost the old Love and Hip Hop stories and stuff like that. What are they posting? The disagreements, the arguments, the crazy stuff they saying, the fights. Somebody left a weave in the pool. You know what I'm saying? That stuff bring in the views, and when they bringing in the views and stuff like that, actually this is actually good because it's red pill content, but they actually giving game like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like being married is the way to go because that's the best fit for raising up a family, raising up a child, raising up the nuclear family. So that's how we flourished back then. So yeah, she on no money.
You have no idea.
Here's the reality. You're 100% right. If you want to sell the most juice, maximum Kool-Aid, minimum medicine, and there's a balance.
What?
There's a balance.
Mhm.
But you're 100% true. The less medicine and the more Kool-Aid, the more people will buy it. But then on the flip side, you get to the point where you're like, I want to reach the masses. I want to sell my drink to the masses. And you realize that the best way to sell your drink to the masses is do what? Give them straight Kool-Aid. Not saying you're giving them straight Kool-Aid, but
That's exactly what you're
your
saying.
Analogy. I need you to dumb it down slightly.
So,
and I don't even think now. I understand like straight Kool-Aid is pretty much straight entertainment. Like if you go watch a movie, if you go watch Transformers, it's just straight entertainment. You go watch Batman versus this, you get straight entertainment. Unless you like really deep and thoughtful, like you could gain value from watching Batman. Like if you really watch movies with deep thought, like you could gain value. But mostly it's entertainment. But what are stuff that you learn from like documentaries on how buildings were first built, documentaries about, how did people started businesses, like the whole, like if you read a book like Think and Grow Rich, like these are things that are more beneficial. But Think and Grow Rich, a book like Think and Grow Rich, you have to be really, I guess, set forward on trying to learn how to, get a lot of money, right? For some people, they need a little juice in there. They need a little something sweet in there for them to really stick around and learn. Like, your favorite teacher was the teacher that made math simple, and he made it simple by, adding in like nuances, like, hey, you get this right, you get a Jolly Rancher, so and so forth, or let's play a game. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
She said I'm a C student like Anton from AntonDaniels.com.
Yeah, I got what she
Break it
said.
down for me.
there's this phrase about putting the medicine in the Kool-Aid.
No, it's putting the medicine in the candy, sir. But go ahead. Anton says put the medicine in the candy. I believe in it. I'm teaching the people a lesson by looking at you make a fool out of yourself through this form of entertainment. I'm literally putting the medicine in the candy. Let's continue.
It is a drink
Okay.
that African Americans consume in two major flavors.
I know what Kool-Aid.
Oh, you know
is, yeah.
Kool-Aid.
I know.
Okay.
I know what Kool-Aid.
So,
is.
How
there's
condescending,
another-
bro.
there's
I just
purple-
didn't understand like what was the medicine,
Okay.
what was
How?
yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'll
I'm
break
making
it
a fool
down.
out of
There's
yourself.
purple Kool-Aid. You
He tried to play her like she dumb.
purple Kool-Aid. You guys might call it grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I never drank it, but I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's something black people call it purple Kool-Aid. Everyone else calls it grape.
Yeah.
First of all, he got it wrong. It's called purple drink, nigga. It's called that purple drink, nigga. What you talking about?
Now,
It ain't
Anton,
called purple
player,
Kool-
no. I think Anton from Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that's a Detroit thing. But down here in Texas or in the South, that purple drink is that Texas tea. That Texas tea, that lean. Yeah, that drink. When you say drink, yeah, we ain't talking about no Kool-Aid no more.
Kool-Aid. It ain't called grape Kool-Aid. It's called that
We
purple
talk about no
drink.
Kool-Aid.
Dog,
No
all you
more.
gotta do is watch Dave Chappelle. What was you on?
Sleep.
We call it that purple drink, nigga. And first of all, we don't even always get the right Kool-Aid. We get Crystal Light. We get grape drink. We get all of that. We get that purple stuff. You ain't never watched the Sunny Delight commercial? We got purple drink with.
He old.
It's called that purple drink. That purple stuff, boy.
Yeah, no.
Get out of here with that. We know you don't really. You ain't hip like that. Please stop trying to break it down like you know. You don't know, Hafiz.
There's another drink called Robitussin.
Mhm.
It looks very, very similar.
It's called
It's good.
and it's called Tussin. Tussin, not Robitussin. It's called Tussin.
For your coughs, it's good for colds, it's good for flus.
Mhm.
What ends up happening is that when you want your children to drink the Robitussin,
Robitussin.
have you ever drank Robitussin before?
No,
You never drank Robitussin?
I don't know.
It's Robitussin season too.
Have you guys drank Robitussin?
This is what
My people know. My people know.
That's
Some
it.
of my people.
Meet Abby, the next-gen smart hydroponic grow box.
This analogy is last second. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Robitussin is cough syrup.
Oh, okay, cough syrup.
Have you ever drank cough syrup before when you had a sore throat or had coughs?
Yeah. At some
Okay,
point.
you drunk.
I didn't know the name of it. It might have been. Yeah.
So when you drink cough syrup, did it taste good or did it taste bad?
It tasted bad.
Exactly. Cough
Yeah.
syrup tastes
So you
bad.
put the cough syrup in the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
is what you're
so
saying.
they can drink it.
Yeah.
And so they can get the medicinal flavors,
Yeah.
but then they'll be able to digest it.
Yeah.
Here's the
Man,
problem.
hey.
It waters it down, right?
You drink that shit straight up, that cough syrup or Robitussin, whatever it is. You don't put that shit in no damn Kool-Aid. Yeah. Because you don't even know if you're going to get all of it, in there. Like, my daddy, my mama, like, you drink that shit up, or I'm going to slap the shit out of it. You going to school. So, we don't put that shit in no Kool-Aid. Know what the hell he talking about.
Here's a problem that eventually you realize that if you really, really, really want them to drink the juice, you have to remove the cough syrup. So it's this idea of you're right. You're 100% right.
I'm sorry. Honestly. And somebody fill me in. Maybe it's me. And I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong on this part because I haven't seen this part. Maybe it's me. I have never drank cough syrup with Kool-Aid.
You don't do no shit like that. I just said that.
I have never drank cough syrup with Kool-Aid.
You don't do
If
no
my
shit.
mom made me drink cough syrup when I was coming up because I had a cold or something, she was just like, yo, just go ahead and listen, knock that out. Or she didn't even say nothing. She just said, oh, yeah. And she gave me the cough syrup. whatever. Like, I have never ever drank cough syrup
You
with
drink
Kool-Aid.
that shit. You drink that shit like you taking a shot. Ah, that shit be nasty as hell. Your ass be shivering.
Honestly, I have no clue what he's talking about right now. Whose parents mixed cough syrup with Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Doing no bullshit.
I'm looking in the chat. Whose parents drank cough syrup, made them take cough syrup with Kool-Aid when they was younger? I know what lean is, right? I know it, but lean is something that you get that codeine, get that cough syrup, mix it with a Fanta.
Nigga,
I know what lean is. Whose parents gave them cough syrup
Sprite.
and Kool-Aid together? I'm curious because if his parents was the ones that did that, I'm gonna need to bring them to the front of the congregation. Honestly, I have never heard of that before in my entire life.
I give him some slack because Hafiz is not really, he not really one of us. Like we really nigga. Like we really. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. We really quote unquote African American. You know what I'm saying? Like we was born over here. I don't know if he was born over here or not, but I know his people is from a different culture than our culture.
However, we just gonna assume that parents do it. Let's continue.
Like the more entertaining things are, the more views it gets. And I know this. You said this is why you lose. No, I knew this.
Sound like diabetes and how you slumped over. It sound like Child Protective Services is gonna get called on you as soon as they take you to the hospital and pump your stomach up from mixing two different solutions that ain't supposed to be in you in the first place. Sounds like Child Protective Services is gonna be at your door in 5 seconds. We drank Kool-Aid after the cough syrup. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I've never seen anybody mix it though. Never seen anybody mix it. Marcus says Hafiz doesn't believe men have gotten the shitty end of the stick as long as he believes that red pill offends him. He'll hang around and be an insider threat.
You drinking Kool-Aid, you be like, this shit nasty. I'm not drinking this. Like they tried to sneak it in there. Hell no.
Like we say in the army. Glad he came out the closet though. Come on out the closet. That's why. Come on out the closet. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on out the closet, Cletus.
You didn't meet me because of you didn't meet me back in 2010 just because we were just simply just giving straight facts. A lot of people met me in 2010, 2020 because of my live stream. When I was doing the live stream with the pepper soup and all that stuff, I understand how it works. Kevin Samuels talked a lot to me about those.
Please keep Kevin's name out your mouth, big dog.
100% know it works. But what I've also learned is that it comes a time and a place where you.
Why you say that? Why you can't talk about Kevin Samuels?
Realize that the people, all they want is just sugar. You fed them sugar. All they wanted is sugar. They want no medicinal value. And if you're truly trying to give them medicine, sometimes you got to give them the most. You got to find that balance, and that balance is not pure entertainment. So if you're truly,
which is why I'm doing the school.
But when you
it's got to be both.
When you said you're trying to bring 30, whatever that red pill word is, 304, whatever the heck it is. If you're trying to bring like are you like that? That's entertainment. You're not.
Bro, he just say that? He said that's a red pill word. Bro, before people were even thinking about red pill, like we were saying 304. Like we would talk shit to one another and like you got the calculator and you put 304 in the calculator, turn it over and pass it to a girl that you didn't like in the 5th grade, 6th grade. What you mean, red pill word? That dude really hate the red pill. Like, there was no need to say that. I don't understand what.
I'm serious. Yeah. If you really want.
What's wrong with being entertaining?
It's not.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with being entertaining.
Yeah.
I think he's just hating, bro. I really do. Like, I really think this is some hating shit. I do. Because, like, he knows that she doing numbers like 500,000 subscribers. She out in a whole nother area, like across the continent. She's not in America doing it. She's somewhere else. And I believe she's English, American or whatever. So she doing her thing, like. So whatever idea, she come up with, and she blew up fast too. Like, so in my mind, like whatever idea she come up with, like, I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. Like, I'm not trying to sit there and try to school her, especially like if you seen his channel, like it's not doing what it used to do. You understand what I'm saying?
You are trying to help women become better, and you're telling me you can get 10 hoes from down on that job to be on the show.
10 hoes.
Who is the show for? Men or for women?
Go to Miami, get 10 hoes off of what street that's called? Right up top of my tongue. Ocean Drive. That's where all the hoes at. Go to Ocean Drive, get 10 hoes, and have an entertaining show. You know what I mean? That's how you gonna run it.
Why can't you be? I can tell what type of church he go to. He go to a church that got cotton stockings. All of the women wear cotton stockings. They have prayer meetings on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so the only time that he got time to make content is during the week. He goes to the type of church that the preacher, they in church from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's why I like going to white churches. White churches will have, if you there at 11, you out by 11:45. And that's if you decide to listen to the music in the beginning. Why can't you be entertaining and have a good time and learn something in the process?
We have 40 minutes.
Who wants to go to sit in the class
Hold on, y'all.
where it's just monotonous?
I'm gonna do a second stream. It's getting real chilly out here. I liked it at first, but now it's starting to get cold. So we finna head inside, and I'm gonna get right back with you. So hold on tight for me. I'll be right back.